think I started it. Okay. I think I'm going. Can you see it on my channel? Okay. I'm looking on it. Oh, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's going. Try and access it on my phone too. Yep, looks like I am indeed live. Hey people! New managing. Okay. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna keep chat open on my phone and see if that'll work. Because I'm working on a laptop, so my screen is very small. Hi everyone! It's been so long since I've done this. Hello. Yeah, I don't live stream very often. Well, like ever. But I'm visiting a friend right now, so we're doing it. Gonna draw and everything. Alright, there are rules in the description of the video, methinks. There were last time I did this. But basically it's just regular streaming rules. I am going to try to read people's questions, but I also have a friend here who's going to read them to me if I miss any, because I'm also going to be drawing. Okay. Can anybody hear the music? I don't know how loud to put it. No, it's working? Okay, cool. Alright, what do I draw?
Somebody asked if you got your good info yet.
I did. I made a video about it, but the gist of my feelings on it are lackluster indeed. Didn't turn out very good. I'm doing good, thank you for asking. How are you? Okay. So, little fun fact, I actually, I work on a really giant, like, TV-sized monitor these days, because I finally, like, honed up and bought a computer. And so, now when I work on my laptop again, the screen is, like, so small, I'm incapable of using it. So now I gotta remember how to do it. What art program do I use? I use Krita, which is a free program, super great, I'm in love with it. Don't really intend to buy any programs ever because Krita has just worked out so well for me. What is your favorite dragon tribe to draw? That's a good one. Right now, probably salmons. Draw myself? Yeah, I honestly haven't drawn myself in a while. What made you start to make a YouTube channel? You know what's funny? I didn't really intend to have a YouTube channel. It was like super not on my list of goals. I just like started posting stuff for fun. And then like I started kind of blowing up a little bit when I started posting animatics. And we just went from there. I love this one. Who am I drawing? I don't know yet.
Draw Darkstalker as Darth Vader.
I don't want to draw any Nightwings, they're so boring. Oh, the settings on this computer are different than my regular one. This is so weird.
Somebody asked what your OC hybrid is.
Leafwing and Seawing, but 3/4 Leafwing. Who is my least favorite character? I mean, there's the annoying ones, but like, of the main characters, probably Starflight or Winter or like anybody from Arc 3. I'm sorry, I know it's popular, I just can't stand it. What's my favorite tribe? I like a lot of them. Seawings have been traditionally my favorite. Ever since I was a little kid. But I also like salmons a lot right now. Okay. Who am I drawing? I have no idea.
Somebody wants you to draw thorns with roses in the laundry.
That sounds super fun and way more complicated than I'm looking tonight. Me and my mod have big plans to watch anime, so we're not gonna be here for too long.
Somebody wants to know what your reaction would be if your OC got put in the Wings of Fire book.
I don't know, man. I mean, post-war, probably kind of the same what I'm doing now. To be honest with you, all I want to draw is Transformers. But I can't draw Transformers. So, draw Thorn and Keyblade, I want to draw them. If I could add one tribe to the book, what would it be? I don't know. I would want to explore, like, whatever tribe Freedom was. Or what, Lizard? I don't know why I was calling her Freedom. Lizard. She looked like a neat tribe. What is the next What If episode going to be about? I actually haven't written it yet. Well, I'm like 2 paragraphs in, but it's going to be about what if the 9 Wings took over the rainforest. And then the one after that is, actually that one's a secret. That one's going to be really good. Somebody asked if I have a frill and not spikes. See, here's the thing. My design changes every time I draw myself. I never have any idea what my design is.
Somebody wants to know what your favorite genre is.
Well, I know what yours is.
Yeah.
I don't know, fantasy fiction, action, adventure. That's just like good, like basic, like fantasy stuff. Dragons, all that kind of stuff. I'm pretty basic. Easy to please. I'm rereading Land of Stories by Chris Colfer right now. I really liked those books when I was a kid.
Somebody wants you to draw Cyprus on a Wings of Fire book cover.
Well,
That would be fun.
That would be cool. Draw Riptide. Actually, I probably will be drawing Riptide again in a few weeks. But y'all can wait until then to see that. If I made a sailing character, what would I call it? I actually designed another sailing character just the other day. His name is Jazz.
Jazz,
like, shut your mouth, okay? Jazz, like, don't judge me. What are my thoughts on Carnelian? They died too soon. I think it was a she, actually. Anyways, but, yeah. They, did not get the... What's the word? They didn't get what they deserved. It's too bad they died.
What's your least favorite ship in the series?
Don't crucify me. It's Winter Water. But I've talked about it. If you mean, like, canon ships, yeah, that's passive aggressive. I don't know. I don't really hate any of the ships, to be honest with you. How do you pick what colors work best on a dragon? Well, if I don't already have a design in mind, I actually Google color palettes. Okay, I have no idea what I'm drawing. I've got to find some inspiration.
Have you seen the new Ninjago?
I have not. And you know what? I was talking with somebody about this the other day. They replaced Morrow with someone else. And then Lloyd said that he liked the new person better, and so I'm not going to watch it. I refuse.
That is rude.
And I heard that they wrote Kai really good this season, so I really want to watch it.
I
But
see
we
the
gotta-
rage on your face.
You don't even understand the rage in my soul, man. But I gotta have solidarity with my Morrow stands. We can't take this lying down. The disrespect to the best guy ever. If I made a Sea-Wing OC, what would I name her? I made a Sea-Wing OC the other day too, her name is Minnow. Which Wings of Fire book is your favorite? Definitely book 10. Love it. I'm just gonna draw myself. What the heck?
Very green. It does look like Cyprus, though.
Yeah. What's my favorite book? Oh, anything by Brandon Mull. My goodness, he's so good at what he does. I've read all of his books, and I love all of them.
Somebody asked if you're excited for Art Fight.
You have no idea. I'm so excited for Art Fight. I love it so much. I hope I actually have like enough time to participate this year. I get so busy with work and stuff that I don't get to like do it as much as I'd like to. But I do enjoy it.
Somebody wants you to make him one with characters as Wings of Fire, but
People have been asking for that for a long time, and guess what? It's not gonna happen. There are some ideas that people just like continually ask like over years, and there's a couple where it's just like, yeah, that's never gonna happen. I guess. Cyprus, you are my greatest inspiration. Well, thank you, that's so sweet. I always cry a little bit when people tell me that, like happy tears.
What's your favorite color palette?
Right now, like, anything with, like, brown is an accent color, and blue or purple, like, is a main color, you know? It is so pretty together.
What's your favorite death in Wings of Fire?
Ooh, there are some good ones, because a lot of dragons die. No. Maybe Gil. It's old, but it still works. Am I going to post the live, like leave it up? Probably not. I don't like to leave them up most of the time. Partially. Yeah, see, because like when I delete them, it makes it special. Plus, I keep imparting secrets on Livestream. So if I leave them up, I'm like compromising my channel integrity. Cyprus, what is the backstory behind your name? Well, it's a funny story. I misspelled it. Like an idiot. I still can't believe this crap. I meant to spell Cyprus like the tree, and I didn't like fact check that. I was like, nah, I got it. And I spelled Cyprus like the country.
That reminds me of your chess account.
Ugh. I did the same thing when I made my chess account, but with a different word. Did you know it's possible for an adult with a job to misspell the word donkey? Because I did it. Let's see. Maybe I'll draw Peril. She's always fun.
Somebody wants to know if you could bring one dragon back from the dead, who would it be?
Well, Keebly's still alive, so frankly, I don't need anybody else. Who else is dead?
There's only one dead person in this whole series. Person, dragon. I feel like way more dead.
But like who? I mean, I know that you don't know, but
Yeah,
somebody in the chat, tell me. Somebody in the chat, tell me who else is dead, so she can read it to me, because I don't remember who else is dead.
Guys, Queen Racer is dead.
I don't care about her.
Estrogen are dead.
I don't care about them. Only stupid characters are dead. That's what I'm getting from this. I know what I'm gonna draw. Whirlpool? Well, okay. I don't care about Whirlpool.
Somebody says lots of people.
Osprey Horizon. Oh, Clear Sight. I'd bring Indigo back. She was fun. Or Clear Sight, just to see, but just because I like her and Darkstalker together. They're adorable. I made an animation into this song.
Really?
Yeah.
Owl said you
Wait.
have the best YouTube personality.
I ain't done an animation into this song. I intend to. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. I like to think I have a nice personality in general. Some people who know me would disagree.
Yeah, disagree. It's all in there.
Cyprus, what was your view on Arctic? His Darkstalker's dad? He had it rough, man. I mean, he did a terrible job, but I'll admit he also just had it rough. Everything about his situation sucked. Like, he literally gave up everything for Post Slayer. And then her mom swooped in and ruined it all. And, like, I mean, they could have been so good together. I think I've talked about this before in videos, but I'm extremely sad. Favorite dragon to draw? Peril, Whiteout, and Pikachu. I draw them all the time. You might have noticed. Wanted to warn you that I've seen your art has been traced. About the tracing, a lot of people have been like sending me messages and stuff about that lately. And while I do appreciate that y'all are like looking out for my interests and stuff, honestly, a lot of that stuff is just like little kids. I think like very young kiddos, and it really doesn't bother me, like even a little bit. And I'll tell you why, because tracing is how people learn how to do art. I think there's you're gonna get a little bit of a teacher rant from me. Sorry, you didn't know what you were starting. But I think there's a really big push in education in the last 100 years or so for everybody to be super original, you know? And you've got to figure everything out on your own, and you've got to be the first one to do this, and you don't want to plagiarize, and you don't want to copy. And to an extent, that's true. You know, you never want to claim somebody else's work for your own. But on the flip side, if you think about it this way, very few people are going to actually come up with an original thought ever in their life. Nothing that I've done certainly is original, you know? Like, I can trace all of my ideas and all of my inspiration back to somebody who inspired me, you know, another artist, a family member, a friend, somebody that I met, something that I saw, something that I read, whatever, you know? And it's the same thing with kids, you know? Like, they see my art and they see something that they want to emulate. And so they trace it because that's how you learn. You know, like, when I write, like, I'll use Brandon Moll as an example. I think his world building is just gorgeous. I love it. It's flawless. And so when I write, for like 2 or 3 years, I just copied Brandon Moll. I took his technique and copied it. And by now, I have just copied it enough to where I'm good at world building. I'm good at writing in those specific ways, you know? And I think it's the same thing with art, you know? Like, kids who trace my art now, you know, in a year, they're going to be able to draw on their own. Because what you're doing when you're tracing, it's like putting a book in a library. You know, if you were a librarian and you saw a book on something you'd like, you would buy it and add it to your library. And so that's what kids who trace are doing. They're not necessarily claiming it as their own, you know? I think what they're doing is more adding something that they like to their library. And I'm totally okay with that. I haven't come across anybody. I'm sure there's people out there who are like genuinely claiming my art is theirs. Plus, like, a lot of the time, it's really easy to tell that it's traced, so it's not like they're gonna fool a bunch of people with it. So, like, the tracing really doesn't bother me. People have been trying to warn me about it. I've been considering making a video on it, but, like, I do not care if people trace my art as long as they're not claiming it as their own. Because that's how kids learn, and I just want to share stuff with kids. I could go on like a 2-hour rant about like how to teach people things. Yeah. I've been taking classes on it.
Somebody wants to know if you went to art school.
I did not. I've taken some watercolor classes for fun. Read some books on art. That's about it. I went to the school of YouTube, as they say. I think I'm just gonna sketch stuff until I feel like actually doing something.
Yeah. How long have you been doing digital art?
Goodness. 5 years? 6 years? No, it must be like 5 years or 4 years. I've already drawn so much today that like my ideas are all used up. This morning I sketched like 4 commissions. So,
Tell me about that.
oh, I take commissions all the time. I did 10 like just last month. Do a collaboration with Jade on Archive. I already did. I don't know if y'all remember. We played like a Pick Your Own Adventure game or something. No, it was that Wings of Fire escape room that they did. My boba's out of boba. Life is cold and meaningless. I think I need to get into a position where I can actually draw comfortably. That's why I'm so distracted. Then I sit at the desk. This is better.
Like digital or traditional or both?
Oh, definitely digital. I've gotten so used to the tools. Way too shit. I ain't drawn traditional in a long time unless you count watercolor. I did some watercolor stuff.
Do you reach for the doom button when you're doing watercolors because you're so used to it?
No, watercolor's good for me because I tend to be very perfectionist, and watercolor tends to be very messy and relaxed. Ooh, somebody got stickers. Oh my goodness, sometimes people send me pictures of merch that they got with my art on it, and it is so cool. I would print the pictures out if I could and hang them on my wall. But I don't have room because I have too many posters of Ninjago characters. I need to actually pick something to draw. One of y'all give me an idea.
Somebody goes, who are you drawing? LOL.
Mm.
Yeah.
We've been trying to figure out, children. What program do you use for animation? Krita. Krita has animation and tweening now. I don't know very much about it. I haven't used it a whole lot yet. Draw Glory. I don't want to draw Glory. I've drawn her a million times. I don't want to draw any Nightwings. I want to draw something colorful. What's your opinion on Jade Mountain Archive? They're great. They know way more about Wings of Fire than I do, man. I'm just like cruising along by the seat of my pants, pretending to know stuff, and y'all all believe me. They actually like know what they're talking about. Are you tired? Yes. I'm so tired. Last night my eye bags had eye bags. I was on vacation last week, so. Which actually doesn't explain why I'm tired, but it has to do with it. Okay. Let's just say that after vacation you have to go back to work. Draw Bumblebee. The dragon.
Bumblebee
There's a no, there's a dragon named Bumblebee.
Interesting.
Bye, you have to go to dance class. Good luck. Dance class is cool. Draw pineapple earrings. Draw ring silken hybrid. I've been drawing hybrids all week. Do I do commissions? Yes. Sometimes when I have time. What do I draw? Well, I'm just gonna. I have an idea. I'm gonna draw a dragon that looks like your dog.
Interesting. Okay.
Specifically that one.
Wow.
Yeah. Then maybe she'll love me. It's gonna be so cute. I'm not gonna draw freedom. People keep asking me that. I just don't want to. I've started drawing necks differently recently. Should draw Firefly? Who's that? Death for Mary Glory's daughter. Oh yeah, that's right.
Somebody goes, oh yes, disabled dog wings. They are by far the most loyal species of dragon.
Yeah, I think I was drawing my dog on stream once and I just never finished it. I think I deleted it eventually, cleaning out my files. This is a good song too.
Do you ever plan on making another Wings of Fire with food video?
Yes, I do. And heads up, it'll be a Wings of Fire villains with food video. Yeah. Maybe I could work on that. I think I was planning on doing it for Halloween. Your videos make my day. Thank you for making them. You're so welcome. I still really enjoy it. I honestly thought I would have gotten bored of it by now. And trust me, when I get bored of things, I quit and move on to new things. And I do go through phases of being pretty bored with it, but certainly right now I'm enjoying it a lot. Do you have any recommendation for graphic tablets on a low budget? I don't know about graphic tablets because those tend to be expensive, but just plain drawing tablets that plug into things. I have a pretty low budget one. XP Pen, Star Series G640S. I paid $40 for it. I think it's $50 these days. It is fabulous. This tablet is amazing. I mean, I've had it. I mean, it got me through 43,000 subscribers. Let's say that. I mean, it's probably the most expensive thing I ever put money down for in this whole career. Okay, let's see.
Or do you have any other fandoms besides Wings of Fire?
Not creatively. I am into other things. I'm very into Transformers right now. Like, pathetically. I've rewatched all of Transformers Prime twice in the last month. Do you know how many episodes that is? I did it all while I was drawing, so it's not like I was sitting on the couch the whole time where I never found the time to do it. But the point is, I'm very into Transformers right now. I mean, obviously I'm really into Ninjago too. Anything Brandon Mole always makes me happy. There was something else that I was really into pretty recently. It wasn't Star Wars.
I don't know, The Flash?
Oh yeah, The Flash! Impulse.
How could you forget?
Because now my brain is full of Transformers. What is my favorite color? Blue. Ah, Stacy Smith says Transformers Prime is so good. A human of good taste, I see. Nope, I'm still stuck on what I want to draw. It's been so long since I've drawn something that's not for a video.
Yeah, I know.
I've forgotten how. Do I like furries? I barely know what furries are. Sure, I mean, I can't dislike them if I don't know what they are. Just read Aragon. I love Aragon. The 5th book is coming out in November.
They have a 5th book?
Yes, it's about Murtag. I am in love with Murtag. Legitimately.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so excited.
Have you seen the new Spider-Man movie?
I'm going to. If anybody spoils this for me, I'm gonna go see it with my boyfriend on Friday. I haven't gone and seen it out of love for him. And if anybody spoils it for me, that's it. I'm quitting YouTube. I'll cut the channel. Leave forever. Maybe I can draw a Transformer dragon. You know what? Screw it. Maybe I'll just design a Transformer dragon.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yes, it was lackluster.
What? You can't throw love at him more.
Yes, I can. Well, I did actually like him. Your dog was like, what was that noise? Look at me. Okay.
If you had to have one of the Ninjago powers, what would it be?
Ooh, I know what I can do. If I had to have a Ninjago power. Oh shoot, that's not the one. Like one of the elemental powers? Definitely Amber. Because, like, that's just a free ticket to everything. But if you weren't just gonna, like, cop out and say Amber because it's a free ticket to everything, probably water. Because there are just so many things that I could do with water. Like, instead of filling all the water for the animals, I could just, boom, use my water magic and do it. And that would be great. Oh, wait, I can. I was just thinking, there's this thing that I want to draw for a video, but I can't draw it because I don't have a screen recorder, but I do on this computer. What's it like on Livestream? Kind of the same as drawing regularly, but I get distracted by talking a lot, so maybe not. I'm very easily distractible. Certain people are trying to convince me that I'm ADHD. I'm not.
Somebody says the new Spider-Man movie is so sad.
I swear, if any of you terrible people spoil this movie for me, you have no idea how excited I am for it. Do I do art trades? Nope. Too busy. Sorry. Oh, I could redraw an old piece. That's not a bad idea. Oh my goodness, this is like getting sad and pathetic.
Somebody says the trailers have already spoiled like 90% of the plot.
Nope, I only watched the trailers like 600 times, and I'm too busy and too stupid to figure out what they were hinting at, so I get really oblivious.
Somebody goes, okay, so what happens in the movie is that Spider-Man redacted and also redacted. Horrible.
Can you please draw my OC? She is a Slytherin hybrid. I cannot stand Slytherin hybrids right now. My apologies. Can I make a gift for you sometime? Yes, absolutely. I love it when people do that. If I see him, I try to snag him so I can put him in the backs of my videos.
Spider-Man movie is amazing. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, I hear it's good. I was kind of worried because I haven't been a fan of most of the movies that have come out lately, but I hear it's good.
Well, here's a hard question for you.
Okay.
Do you pour the milk before or after the
After
cereal?
the cereal. You don't. If you put it in before the cereal floats on top and doesn't get wet, and then you can't put as much cereal in.
Burn out says, and wait for it. Spider-Man even redacted. He was really trying to
I was texting you who, but now I'll go back to the actual thing that I'm supposed to be doing now. What's my favorite cereal? Well, I don't get to have cereal very often. But, because it doesn't fill me up. Terrible breakfast. Well, it's a great breakfast food, but a terrible breakfast before work food. I love Lucky Charms. What do I use to draw then? Krita.
Carol.
I love Carol. She's so fun. Her dialogue is so fun, you know? She just yells a lot. I love it. Cyprus, can you make fan art? If Cyprus, can I make fan art? Yes, you may. I love fan art. Can I do How to Train Your Dragon art? I've never tried. I actually love How to Train Your Dragon. I've like remembered how much I love it recently. I want to like rewatch movies. Well, not all of them. You like the ripoff of Lucky Charms? Oh, man. I'm glad somebody does. But, do you need help? Like... That's just... What? Peacemaker or Darkstalker? Who is better? Darkstalker! 100%. He's so fun and evil. The flavor.
You use your mouse, your finger, or stylus?
I ain't using my finger. I use a drawing tablet. It plugs into my computer. I actually bought a new one like 6 months ago, and it has been sitting on my shelf.
I had to tell you, one's great.
Yeah, like I just got it to have an extra. When the inevitable happens, it's coming, I can tell. Glitches all the time. But I just don't want to switch yet. You know what I saw the other day?
What?
The Mario movie. It was actually super cute.
Was it?
Yeah, it was pretty adorable. Even though it did have Chris Pratt in it.
I love him though.
I actually have decided that I kind of like Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
I've gotten over my Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Hump.
I was gonna say Star Wars.
Yeah, me neither. But I've seen him in some other stuff now, and he's not half bad.
Oh yeah.
Not such a bumbling idiot. And apparently he's kind of like holding up all of Hollywood on his own right now.
Oh yeah, did you know they mentioned that live action How to Train Your Dragon?
Ugh. Aren't they race swapping Astrid?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm already not a fan of live action remakes. I think they should maybe focus on something original for once in their lives. And I mean, How to Train Your Dragon is already okay, it's not a terrible remake, but it is already a very incorrect remake of a book series that I happen to actually really like. That would, like, an amazing book series. Krita Cowell, oh, she's like the reason I'm into dragons. If I hadn't read How to Train Your Dragon, I wouldn't have read Wings of Fire, and we wouldn't be here right now. And, I mean, the How to Train Your Dragon movies started out really good, certainly. They did a good job. But I just think a live action's not going to be it.
They've only just finished the animation. Why do they have to make the live action?
Yeah, and, like, I mean, the animation, like, there are things with animation that just do not work in a live action. Like, Toothless will not work. The whole point is that he's adorable.
I know.
You know, that just will not translate.
Flounder in the new Ariel movie, he's so ugly.
What, is that the crab?
No, that's
I think
the
I saw...
fish. No, the fish.
Oh, I definitely saw pictures of a crab that they tried to see.
Yeah, it's ugly. Yeah, that's a lot of what they lost in the Lion King too when they redid that.
Yeah.
Because they took away the really big eyes and
Yeah.
little eyebrows. And
Yeah, see, like, if I wanted to watch something with, like, real animals in it, I'd watch a documentary.
yeah.
You know, I wouldn't watch an animated movie.
Right.
I watched A Knight's Tale last night, which is an older movie.
Oh, that is good.
Hilarious, not entirely child-friendly, so I'm not advising anybody here to watch it unless you're older. But it was so cool to watch a movie that wasn't, like, 90% CGI, you know? Because, like, I could enjoy the artistry of the set design, the costume design, and all that stuff, and the props. You know, you just miss a lot of that in Marvel movies and all that these days, because you know it's all CGI. You know.
Yeah.
It must be so hard to be an actor these days, like even more than it already is, because now instead of acting like on a set where it's like a play, you're like acting to a guy in a green suit with Hulk's head on a stick. You know, like I don't know how they do it.
Did you know that Black Widow was the only one who did her own stunts in the Avengers movie? Everybody else, she was the only one running on an actual
That's funny. Good for her. Have I heard the news about the Wings of Fire graphic novel 7? No, I have not. Is there news on it? I mean, I heard it was coming out. Get canceled or something? Hope not. Looks cool. Who is my favorite character to make what if song? I don't know. Cyprus, my friend said Harry Potter's better than Wings of Fire. Help. I've never read Harry Potter, actually, so I can't help you. I only have half the data set.
Deserve 100 million subscribers.
Aw, thank you. I don't know what I'd do with 100 million subscribers, but that's really sweet. Have I ever read Warrior Cats? Yes, I have. I had a phase. I always loved Sandstorm. I was very much into that type of character when I was younger. Sandstorm, Gray Stripe's always fun. Really, I just love that first arc. All of the characters are pretty fabulous.
Somebody wants to know your opinion on bread.
On bread?
Yeah.
Love it. Carbs. Yum. I don't know who this dragon is, but the sketch is going nice. Cyprus, from 1 to 10, what are your favorite Wings of Fire books? Definitely 10. 10 was such a work of art, and it was about Keyblade! Oh, Willow's not a bad idea. I haven't drawn her in a while. Do I watch a lot of TV? What's your favorite show? Not really. I rewatch a lot of cartoons that I saw when I was a kid. Like, I put it in a mini player while I draw. I mean, like I said, lately I've been watching an inordinate amount of Transformers. Transformers Prime is a great show. If I were to say, like, my favorite TV show ever, it'd be, like, Ninjago. Like, not even a question. But Transformers Prime is up there. That show, I mean, I could go on a rant. You don't want me to, trust me. But that show is amazingly well done. There's another one that I'm thinking of. Another show that I used to watch. Maybe not. I was always a big fan of Backyardigans. Clone Wars. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't finished it yet, but I am enjoying it. Not the parts with Anakin. Let's just be clear about that.
He's the best. That joke I sent you was pretty good.
Which one?
About Anakin.
I don't remember
couldn't
it.
buy groceries. His MasterCard is the
Oh, yeah. Who is my favorite Transformer? Transformers Prime. Okay, y'all do want to talk about Transformers. This is good, because this is the only thing that I care about right now. I have like 4 favorites. But Smokescreen is probably my favorite. Somebody asked me why he's my favorite, and because whenever I rewatched the show, I was just texting him like, he's such a loser, he's so annoying, he drives me insane. He was like, why is he your favorite? I was like, oh, he's a funky little loser, I love him. But Smokescreen's great. Wheeljack is amazing. The one who enjoys explosive devices, that's just flawless. Bumblebee's always fun, and I mean, I love Ratchet. He's just special.
Somebody asked what is Transformers?
It's a Hasbro toy company that got into shows and movies and stuff. They have live actions and cartoons and all that kind of stuff. Got another movie coming out in June. They have comics too. I'm about to get into Transformers comics, man. It's all downhill from here.
Have you ever watched The Mandalorian?
A few times. Once or twice. I really like The Mandalorian. I didn't like Boba Fett. I ain't watched Obi Kenobi or did they make a show about Ahsoka Tano? Or they're making a show about. Okay. Yeah, I haven't cared for a lot of what Disney has done, but that first 2 seasons of Mandalorian were great. Then they brought the Jedi back in and ruined it for me. I'm not a fan of the Jedi and I hate Luke, so. Are you drawing your dragon? Your favorite is Prime and Soundwave. Soundwave is fun. Your art is the best ever. I always try to drop a nice comment. That's so sweet. I appreciate stuff like that. You've been subscribed for so long? Yeah, your name does look familiar. Username. Every now and again, I'll see somebody like in my comments. I'll be like, "Hey, I remember them from 2 years ago," and it's like surreal. How long have I been drawing? Forever, honestly, since I was like 10 or 11. If it wasn't dragons, it was horses. Cobra Lily. It's not a bad idea. But this is the wrong body type. She is skinny and angular, and this dragon has a little bit of chunk on him. Just a little bit. What could we do? If I had a Transformers Prime, let's see, what would you transform into and which side would they be on? Well, Autobots, obviously. And probably a muscle car. I don't know anything about muscle cars. Ask anyone who knows me. In my head, there's only 3 types of cars. Trucks, old lady cars, and muscle cars. There's no in between. I am partial to Stingrays, though. I actually can recognize those. I could do one of Clay siblings. It looks like Peril. Not really. It looks like Turtle. I don't want to draw Turtle. His color palette is kind of lackluster. Hawthorne? Meets cornflakes menacingly. Ooh, Orca. Not a bad idea either. Everything is just like, oh, that's a cool idea. I don't want to do it right now. Could make it one of my OCs. Oh, I'll draw one of my OCs. I know who I want to draw. Been forever since I've drawn this dragon. Her name is Siren. I don't think I think I've drawn her one time, like 2 years ago. I should do Cobra Lily. I do want to draw her. but I think she's super skinny, and this dragon is not super skinny. You're choking on the cornflakes. Oh, don't choke on the cornflakes. You're working on fan art for me right now. How cool. People are so nice. Okay, hopefully I actually have a picture of this character, because I do not remember much beyond It's the Ceiling. Let me look at my own art fight and find a reference picture.
Now people are giving you riddles. I'm as light as a feather, yet you as strong as me, I can't hold people.
Fire?
I feel like it's air or something. I've heard this one before.
Love? I don't know.
Love is light as a feather.
Mm. Not me Googling my own art so that I can figure out what I'm doing.
I said I ate the menacingly. There was too much mischief. I was too devious.
Okay. I found my DeviantArt on the Google. Now I'm gonna find my gallery. Gallery. OCs. I just gotta scroll down 400 years. Nope, too far. Sorry guys, I'm really slow. Oh, I've drawn this character twice. Oh, this is super old.
This is spring, so
It's, yeah. As okay, here's who I'm drawing. Man, so I have a mouse that would really expedite this process, but I only have 2 USB ports in my computer. So it was the mouse or the microphone, you guys. I gave up the mouse. Cyprus, you were the one who mainly inspired me to draw dragons. I've been drawing them for a whole year now. That's awesome! Congratulations! That's cool. Do you like horror movies? If so, what's your favorite? I don't like horror movies. I'm a wuss. They scare me. I was playing like a VR game earlier with my friend, and I couldn't tell if it was a horror game or not, and it was like really freaking me out. I'm like not into horror at all. I'm not.
Someone wants to know how to be a mod. How long is the bestest friends get to be
moderators? Yeah, only my bestest friends get to be moderators. Yeah. I also have it on good confidence that she can actually read, and that's a good skill to have for a moderator. And
Have you seen the Hobbit? Yes, she has, and she doesn't like Thranduil.
I hate Thranduil, and she loves Thranduil, and I hate him. Well, I don't hate him. I just don't think he's as hot as some people think he is. Some people just have strange opinions. Bad taste in men. I've been drawing dragons since around 2019. I love your art. You definitely inspired me a lot. Your birthday's coming up on Saturday. Happy birthday! That's so soon. Hope you have a good day. Finally, I have figured out what I'm drawing. That took just an inordinate amount of time. I was gonna say a different word, my brain got tangled up. That's what happens when you're as smart as I am, kids. Don't try it. You're dyslexic, so you'd not be a good mod. I love your laugh so much, it's contagious. Thank you. Very kind of you to say so. Contagious like the Rona.
Wow.
I keep telling people, man, if I hadn't gone for artist, I'd have gone for stand-up comedy. I'd have been so good at it.
What's your favorite word, Mike?
My favorite word is defenestration.
Wow.
Does anybody know what that word means other than my mod? I know she knows what it is.
I feel like I should know.
You don't know what it is?
I feel like he's getting thrown out of the window.
Yes.
It is? That's what I thought.
To defenestrate someone.
It's a very specific word.
I know, right? When they were making the English language, why were they like, yeah, we're gonna need a word for throwing someone out of a window, but not a word for the day after tomorrow?
Yeah, obviously.
Wait, I think my profile picture was created by you. Yes, it was. It was. That's funny. I don't care if people use my stuff as profile pictures. People think that I'm way more possessive about my art than I actually am. As long as nobody sells it. Like, people, I don't care if people use it as profile pictures. I mean, I did that when I was, a kid. I was using Biohazard art as my profile picture. Everybody does it. Now, see, Amazon stole my art, and they are selling it. I have a bone to pick with them. But on the other hand, they only steal, like, the famous artists' art. Like, X the Dragon Reborn, and like, Biohazardia, and Lamppost, like, all those really good artists. So if they're stealing my art, it must mean that I am a good artist. Also. Yeah. I've made it. I'm worth stealing from.
You made it to the death zone.
Yeah, right. How do you draw thin lines but have a brush thickness of 25 pixels? Pressure sensitivity. However hard I push is how thick my line is. So like I'm pushing really lightly, and then if I push really hard. I'm sure there are other ways to do it, but... Actually, I guess I'm kind of going to be redesigning this character a little bit. I haven't drawn them since like 2019 or something. Desperately due for a remix. And you know what that means. Earrings. I love this song too. What's your favorite Wings of Fire book? Book 10. Cyprus is wholesome. Thank you. I try to be positive. There's too many people who only talk about negative things in the world. Although I can be a little pessimistic sometimes. I think everybody's favorite saying, like all my friends and family that they've heard me say, is life's hard and then you die.
Oh my God.
Also, is that Oblivion in the background? Yes, it is. Here's a tip, kids. If you ever want to do line art that stops on the edge of something without having to do that hard work, just take your select, go to current layer, select outside, and then in Krita you can hide that selection by clicking Control H, so then it doesn't bother you. You can still move fast enough to get that sweet line weight without having to actually avoid going inside your own lines. This is why I love digital art, man. It's the tricks, you know? It's the cheats. Love it. Cyprus, how long did it take for you to make your persona dragon? About 20 minutes. And do you think it represents you well? I have grown to love her. Question for everyone and Cyprus. Are you one to finish every piece of art before starting another, or when you lose the passion for the piece, do you just leave it and make another? Generally, I tend to finish pieces unless they're very big, just because it doesn't take me too long to do it, you know? So I tend to finish stuff up. Commissions I do in stages just because I send people whips. That'd be the only thing that I really like doing more than one sitting, unless it's a big piece like that poster that I did, or what if art. You're leaving the stream, but I love your channel. Thank you. Have a good evening. What's your favorite pizza topping? Mine is pineapple and olives too! It's so good. It's such a good flavor combo.
Awkward.
It's not awkward. It's delicious.
Olives.
You're disgusting.
Thanks a lot.
Olives are great.
Somebody's rooting for you to get 10 million subs.
Thank you. Are there that many people in the world?
There's 7 billion.
Oh. Okay. This is why I'm not a geography major. Much to the disappointment of all my relatives. I'm going to a choir concert soon. Can I get a shout out? Yes, absolutely. Good luck. How is the Safe and Sound video going? Good question! I ain't touched it in months! I was very ambitious with it, and I only really work on it when I have time, which is rare. I do intend to finish it. I mean, it might take me 2 or 3 years, but I do not leave things unfinished. Keebly and Moon or Moon and Winter? Keebly and Moon. Dumb. I'm a Moonblue shipper hardcore. Have been ever since I first read that book. All the way back in 1997. Is Bandit still with you? Yes. He's not with me physically right now. I'm not at my house.
But he's in your heart.
He's in my heart. Actually, he's outside in the rain right now.
Oh boy.
My dog, the superior bandit, shall forever live in my heart. Hey Cyprus, what are your tips for young artists to improve? Any words of wisdom, lol. Practice. I know, I say it every time. People are always like, what's the cheat sheet? But it's really just practice and repetition. I mean, they say you need 10,000 hours to get good at anything. And two, if you want to be a good artist, man, you gotta put in the work. Like, I joke a lot that I stumbled into my career and it was all an accident, whatever, you know? But, like, I have also been drawing for 8 years, at least. Like, in general, not just dragons, but in general. Like, you gotta work for it. You gotta put in the hours of practice. And you gotta be okay with taking the L's. Because you're not gonna be good at it right away. But if you stick with it, you know? And I think the trick, too, is to learn to like your own art. You know, even if it's not perfect, you gotta be happy with what you're doing. Or at least try, I guess.
Someone says, bring Bandit in now.
Not at my house. He's on his own. He's an outside dog. He's a big boy. Well, I say he's an outside dog. He has slept in my bed. He's one spoiled outside dog. He's too sweet. He has learned how to beg.
Oh my god.
Uh-huh. And I thought I was impervious to dogs begging for food. I'm not.
No.
I'm not. Any other dog. Turns out when it's my dog, I melt like ice cream on a hot day. It's pathetic.
Why do I own that?
It's so sad. That dog has finally realized how to get whatever he freaking wants from me. You are by far the best Wings of Fire artist, no questions asked. That's very sweet of you to say. I disagree. I don't know if any of you guys have seen, like, Kenya Joy. They don't post very much anymore. They're pretty good. My dog always gets me to give him my food. Yeah, mine's headed that way too. I used to be real tough, like, dog food is for dogs and people food is for people. And now he makes puppy eyes and does a little whine thing and sits on the floor like he's a pathetic, starving street urchin. And it's like, oh, yes, you can have my food. Here, take my hamburger. I didn't need it. Sad sap. Do you want to keep going? I mean, I'm really enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I like Taylor Swift.
I love Taylor Swift. It's my secret pleasure. I'm all cool, but I like Taylor Swift. Her old stuff, I'm not a big fan of her newer stuff. She used to make some really good music, and these days it's all kind of lackluster.
Yeah.
What is my favorite Wings of Fire arc? Probably arc 2. I think that was when Wings of Fire kind of hit its stride. I listen to podcasts. I listen to Critical Role. I got into that. I listen to like those nerdy Star Wars history vlogs like on YouTube. And I watch movies in Mini Player. I listen to like I go back and forth. Sometimes I listen to like TikTok compilations in the background or like meme stuff. I don't even watch it, I just listen to the volume. Really just whatever I'm in the mood for. That I think the only podcast I listen to The Bible in a Year by Father Mike Schmitz, whatever. And I listen to Critical Role.
Which Taylor Swift songs do you like?
Don't Blame Me's really good. Pretty much anything from the album with Wildest Dreams in it. I think I like all the songs in that album. I forget the name of it. It's like 1982. It's like it's a year as the name of the album. But love them.
Have you ever listened to Aurora?
Is that?
I feel like I've sang the song about it.
That's a band. Possibly.
I think it was one girl. I don't know. Maybe
Possibly. A lot of stuff I'll have listened to it. I just won't remember it.
Yeah.
Like, I like the first time I ever heard Sail. I heard it for the first time 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually I was like, wait a minute, I know this song. And then I realized I was just oblivious. I actually first heard that song in an episode of Longmire. Also not a kid's show. I'm not recommending anybody watch that.
Do you like Linkin Park?
Oh yes, I do like Linkin Park. I've been listening to a lot of Linkin Park lately because, you know it, Transformers! Oh, I love this song. This is a good one. If you were to live in another country, I don't know. Maybe New Zealand, it's really pretty. But I really like America. I'm doing a poster. Any advice on drawing characters? Actually, I have a video scripted that's going to come out eventually about like dynamic posing and stuff, featuring Mainblade. But keep your poses varied. Try to make everybody a little bit different. You know, even if it's just a little bit, it'll do you favors. Do I like Ariana Grande? Is she? No, I'm thinking of Adele. I don't know if I like anything by Ariana Grande. I don't listen to a ton of like the real poppy girl singers. I like a few of the newer stuff. I tend to listen to like a lot of random things. What was your favorite What's Its Face to draw? I don't know. I don't think I did. I don't know. Sorry guys, you keep asking me questions, but like half of this stuff I don't even remember, so. You are speaking to someone with terrible memory. Unfortunately for y'all. Good thing I have other skills.
You like AJR?
I love AJR. Oh, they're so funky but so good. Come Hang Out is like my theme song. I would have made a PMV to that with Cyprus years ago if it wasn't like so angsty. It kind of goes against my like positive channel motif. Do I know who Andrew Tate is? Nope. I'm hopeless with, like, celebrities and stuff. In fact, everybody's favorite pastime at work is to ask me about a celebrity or something and then laugh when I have no idea who they're talking about. Now, if you were to ask me the most obscure, like, fandom references and stuff, oh, I'd have you. But real world stuff, not so much.
Who are you drawing again? Siren?
Siren. I'm drawing an OC named Siren.
Do you ever listen to Morgan Wallen?
I've heard of that name. Probably heard some of their songs. Nothing comes to mind though, so clearly it's nobody I listen to a lot. Have I read Keeper of the Lost Cities? You seem like the person who would enjoy it. I am the person who would enjoy that, but I never actually got around to it. Because back when I was young enough to still have time to be reading prolifically, my library did not have all the books. And I had a rule about starting series when my library didn't have all the books, because it always led to agony. I was a broke child. I couldn't buy books, so... And for some reason, my library was, like, extraordinarily bad at having all the books in a series. And so when I was old enough, I even like volunteered at the library, and I was like, hey, what if I took inventory of all these books that y'all have and then told y'all which ones to buy to complete the series? And I did that. I went through like, thousands of books and all these records and did all this research to put this list together. And then what do? Do they buy books? No. They remodel the library and actually get rid of books to make space for computers. I'm not bitter about it, but it was a stupid decision. Am I excited for Art Fight? Heck yeah. I am excited. I love Art Fight. Do I use Krita? Indeed I do, Lloyd. What is Art Fight? It is an online thing that people do over the month of July. It's a website, you can sign up for it, but basically it's like a war, but you attack each other by drawing art, like as a gift for each other, so it's like a super, super friendly thing. It's not like a real war. But it's like a fight because you battle each other by drawing art for each other. It's a great time. Like the highlight of my year. You've seen Dream SMP? Actually, no. I feel like I would like it too much, and I cannot handle any more hyperfixations. My work schedule will never recover. Also, I don't know like enough about Minecraft to get into it easily. Is Art Fight free for everybody? Yes, it is.
your favorite thing Keegan has ever said?
All of it. Just every time he opens his blessed mouth. Specifically anything that he said in book 15, because book 15 was the last in a long line of sad books, and every time Keebley spoke, it was like, yay! The only thing I've been excited about in Wings of Fire for the last 4 books! How are you so good at drawing? Well, I just wake up and I think, you know what? Today, I'm not gonna suck. And then I don't. This is actually going well. I'm so glad I finally settled on something to draw. How long does it take for me to make a single video? Depends on the video. The what ifs definitely take the most time because that's writing, which means I can't just like churn it out. I actually have to sit and like summon my creative brain. And if I don't want to be writing, or if I am like struggling in any way, I'm so distractible. It's legitimately sad. Like I'll sit there and write a sentence. Check YouTube. No, go back to work. Another sentence. I wonder if anybody's texted me.
Sounds related.
Get distracted for 30 minutes. Come back. Come on. Get a paragraph done. Hate the paragraph. Erase the paragraph. It is so slow. So what if it takes a long time? Plus, since I do like fake screen cap drawings for it, the art takes quite a bit too. I mean, speed paints obviously are the quickest ones because I just do the art and one and done, you know?
Is there a winner for art fight?
There's a winning team, like whoever does the most points overall. Yeah. Oh, this is a good song. Are you aware that some people trace you? I won't give y'all the whole lecture over again, but yes, I'm aware and it doesn't bother me. It's just kids.
Have you watched The Owl House?
Nope. Here, it's good. I really don't, like, watch very many new things. Like, I've been trying to watch Andor pretty much since it came out, because I actually really... I'm still on episode 3, by the way. Yeah, because I actually really like it.
I gave up on that show.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I've been trying to finish the new season of Mandalorian. I gave up after episode 3.
Yeah, I'm like, stuck on 3.
I don't have a lot of free time, like, ever. And when I do have free time, I tend to spend it, like, reading. So when I do watch things, it tends to be rewatching things in a mini player while I work. Because I am a workaholic. So, I haven't seen Owl House, and frankly, I probably never will. Not because it's a bad show, just because I do not spend a lot of time doing recreational things. Is there an age limit to art fight? I have no idea. Probably like 13 or something. I don't know. You'd have to look at the site rules. I'm not familiar with that because I am nowhere near that age, so it's not really a problem for me.
You know, I thought about watching One Piece, and then I realized there's like 1,000 episodes.
Didn't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how does anybody stick with watching that?
Don't we know someone who just recently watched like all of the episodes?
Like all of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. I tried watching shows with 3 seasons, but I'm like, can never get caught up.
What's my favorite song? Right now, The Grand Optimist. Who's it by? It's like really random. The Grand Optimist by City and Color. And Claustrophobia by 3 Ohio. It's some weird band name.
Wow, those sound very happy.
They are very good, actually.
Did you ever listen to Symptom of Being Human?
I meant to. I didn't.
You meant to.
I did mean to.
That is my favorite song.
I can't get the boba out.
Just tear the lid off.
I don't want to.
No, I do.
Starting a Wings of Fire channel soon. Any tips? Well, it depends on what you want from the channel. If you want to run it like I do, you know, where you turn it into a business, you gotta work it like a job, you know? But if you're just doing it for fun, then, you know, just do what you feel like doing.
What's your least favorite song?
My least favorite song? You know what it is.
Greener dog, greener dog.
Yes, it's that song. And anything by Weird Al Yankovic. If I hear one more Weird Al Yankovic, they're gonna hear about me on the news.
I know.
It's gonna be that story that they tell people in 15 years. Don't be like this person.
What?
She heard one too many Weird Al Yankovic song and snapped like a pretzel.
No, he is so odd.
I don't mind hearing it one time. It's the 457th time that gets to me.
Yeah, and I feel like all of your other friends like him too much. He's good.
Like, it's funny one time, and that's it.
His one 11-minute song.
Oh my goodness.
I can't stand that.
And it's a hilarious song, but again, only the first time.
Yes.
Yes, this character is going to be for Art Fight. She's already on my Art Fight, but it's about time that I draw an updated ref anyways. And I don't know if you were here earlier in the stream, but I was looking for like something to draw, and it's what came to mind. I hate doing long lines. It's so hard to get them smooth. Y'all might think that just because I'm like famous or something that I don't have that problem anymore. But I do! That is a universal artist problem, and I still have it. Who's with you, Cyprus? My best friend, who's modding chat for me, and also letting me stay at her house and use her Wi-Fi at the moment.
Amber said my mom used to wake me up by playing this song, just 6 words long, by Weird Al. Help, it's still long. Ever thought about making a picture book?
Nope. Hard veto.
I'm gonna take the dogs out real quick.
Okay. Hey, you're working on a picture book for a school assignment. That's kind of cool. What kind of picture book are you doing? What's your story about? Do tell. Whoa, did y'all see that? That line is like perfect. I'm not even gonna have to mess with that. Dang! I don't think I've ever done that before. It's kinda cool. Who did this? Not me. Some angel appeared over my shoulder and directed my hand. Do you feel tired of answering questions? Nope, I actually love to talk. Which is kind of funny, because I tend to be pretty introverted. But I really enjoy doing live streams, actually. And it's fun to, like, answer little questions and stuff. Do I burn out? Yes, I do. Sometimes. But, I'm also pretty good at dragging myself out of it, just because I work on so many things that usually if I'm burnt out in one area, I just switch and work on a different project until it passes. And I mean, sometimes I just force myself to keep going because, I mean, again, at this point, this is like, it's, I mean, it is a hobby, but it is like a career in a way because I do make money from it. So sometimes burnout is just not an option for me. Sometimes you gotta put on your big girl pants and cowgirl up. Uh-oh, they got on the couch.
Uh-oh.
Naughty, naughty puppies. What is my favorite national park? That's a good question. You know, I don't think I've ever been to a national park. I've been to a lot of state parks, you know, in Texas.
Yeah.
And I've been now to one Arkansas state park. I've been to I've been to Watkins Glen in New York.
Oh, you
And
went
and Niagara Falls. I don't know if those are state parks or national parks. I'm sure they're a park of some kind. Watkins Glen is probably the favorite place I've ever been as far as like nature goes. I love it. It was so beautiful. And my family's from around there. Some of my family.
there?
And I got to, yeah,
I didn't even know you.
on my mom's side.
That's
So
right.
and so I was there with my grandparents. And it was neat because it was like my granddad used to go there to like do his college assignments and stuff. So it was super cool. It was neat to get to go with my family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I very much enjoyed it. And it was gorgeous. They have all these big waterfalls and you can walk underneath some of them.
Really?
Yeah, it's like trees and water attractions, my two favorite things. Technical difficulties, please stand by.
Yeah. What is the most overrated thing on earth?
What is the most overrated thing on earth?
Yeah.
Anything with a celebrity. I'm sorry. Celebrities are just people. They put their pants on the same way everyone else does. Ain't nothing makes you smarter or better just because you get rich and famous.
Yeah. You play D&D.
Oh, I do play D&D. I actually play Pathfinders, which is basically the same thing. I play a little rogue who is definitely not a Morrow ripoff. I would never do something so nerdy and pathetic as that. Me, never. Oh, I forgot to draw a wing. Oh, this turned out really good. Look at this. I'm a good artist. Yay! Can you say hi, Kayla? Kyla? Hi, Kyla. It's my favorite dog breed. I've always had like Catahoula mixes, and they're super, super sweet. I also love Huskies. I've never had one, but they're gorgeous. I probably will never have one because it is Texas, and I just feel like it would be mean to have a Husky. I love Great Pyrenees. A lot of my family have Great Pyrenees because they make really good ranch dogs. You're so big and fluffy and sweet. Very petable, very lovable. How often do I have these live streams? About once in a blue moon. Not very often. In fact, I wasn't even planning on doing one today until about 4 hours ago. But I was like, I texted my friend and I was like, hey, what are you doing? She was like, nothing. And I was like, well, I'll come over. And then we decided to live stream. So, ta-da! I can be very spontaneous.
Coffee says their picture book is about a funky little dragon who drinks coffee and destroys the city.
That's cool. That sounds fun. Fun fact, I've had coffee exactly one time in my life, and it made me so hyper that I will probably never have it again. It was a mocha. It was like 90% hot chocolate, and I was like bouncing off the walls. I got through college without coffee.
How about that?
I do drink a lot of tea, actually. Yeah, I'm one of those. How did you choose the name Cyprus? Did you ever expect to get so big? Also, Cyprus, you're my biggest inspiration for my art and writing. Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. The name Cyprus was an accident. I aimed for the tree, got the country, because I'm illiterate, apparently. Did I ever expect to get so big? Absolutely not. I was planning on becoming a famous writer, actually. And that did not pan out as easily as I wanted it to. So for now, I do art, and the writing will come.
How was your posture? Mine is bad.
My posture is okay. I do, because I have back problems. It's okay. It could be worse. My grandma always got on me about standing up straight. She said she'd duct tape my spine to an iron rod so that I'd train it to be straight. And I actually believed her at the time. I was an impressionable child, so I learned how to stand straight.
Fifi said you were such an amazing writer. I love it.
Well, thank you. That's so sweet. I don't get to, I mean, writing is so, like, personal and important to me, and I don't get to do it very often. And so it's been kind of fun to get to do something that's, like, so integral to my personality on YouTube. Because all this art stuff, like, I was always a writer first and an artist second. So it's just really cool that I get to kind of do both sometimes. My swordtail art was beautiful. Thank you. Do I like cypress trees? Yes, I haven't seen them very often. Saw them in Lukenbach once. In Lukenbach, Texas. They're massive, actually. Big, big trees. Real cool, though. Oh. Alright, we are done with the line art. My favorite knockout quote from TFP, knockout. He's the one I was forgetting. I knew I was forgetting one of the characters that I am too in love with. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. There's one that I'm thinking of. Oh, I can't remember it. This is sad. I'm a disgrace to my lineage as a knockwave. As a knockout. I was thinking about Shockwave because I was trying to remember the quote. Maybe when he when Starscream is like tripping over himself to compliment himself again, and Knockout's like, watch out, Starscream, you might dislocate a landing strip, patting yourself on the back. It's like, maybe that's up there for sure. There's a couple others, I just can't think of them. Cyprus, you're such an inspiration to me and so many others. You're the reason I found my love for drawing and writing. Thank you. That's so sweet. Like, I mean, if there's anything that I'm happy that I get to do, like, with the YouTube thing and the art and all that, like, it's when I can inspire other kids to draw. Because, I mean, I'll tell y'all what, like, it wasn't so very long ago that I was just like y'all, you know, like, watching YouTube videos and looking at fan art on Pinterest and all that and thinking, like, how cool it was that people could do that, you know? And, like, now I can do that, and it's like mind-blowing. And so every time, like, people tell me that I inspire them, it's like, it's so amazing because, like, that was other people for me for a long time. I'll give y'all another little tip. What I'm doing here is I'm selecting certain parts inside her line art, and then I'll hide that selection so that I can color in markings really easily without having to, like, worry about staying in the lines perfectly. Just a little time saver. Do you like Star Wars? Just a little bit. I'm very normal about Star Wars. I don't have shirts. I don't think about Han Solo, like, all the time.
All I'm hearing lies.
I never lie.
I bought you a Han Solo shirt.
She did. I never have debates with my best friend about Anakin because he sucks, and we have different opinions on that.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. I'm very normal about Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't cosplay Star Wars. I've definitely never, ever done that in my life.
Speaking of, you need to figure out who you're gonna cosplay for.
I don't want to do a Jedi again.
Like, that's too boring.
Cool, because I already did it. Where's the fun?
Yeah. Most Jedi have kind of boring clothes anyway.
Yeah.
It's always been stiff, like Dark Nihilist and stuff. Like that is some good costumes going on there.
Am I more of a geek or a nerd?
I prefer the term.
I don't know. Like, I'd probably nerd, because isn't geek more like techie stuff? And
I think so.
I'm not very techie. Do I plan on writing a book? Here's the thing. I've written probably 4 or 5 books. They just ain't never gonna see the light of day until I'm happy with them. I've written a lot. There's a reason why I say I'm a writer first and an artist second.
Yeah.
What made you start to draw? I don't know. I started drawing horses when I was a wee tiny child. Probably because I was obsessed with horses. Still kind of am. I think they're, like, amazing. Mere mortals should not be allowed to behold their beauty. This is a good song. Hey, Ginger. Who's a good dog? She keeps looking at me like she wants to snarl, and then I pet her again, and she's like, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Aw, guys, I do love you. You're such good dogs. I do not have a dog called Ginger. My best friend has a dog called Ginger. What breed is she?
He is a Dachshund Terrier.
She's a Dachshund Terrier.
Yeah.
Very fancy. She's super pretty.
She
And super
is.
sweet. For some reason, I cannot for the life of me remember her name. I keep calling her Pepper. I don't know why. I've known this dog since she was a puppy, and I cannot remember her name.
That makes you a bad friend. Do you crochet?
I used to, actually. My great-grandmother taught me how. And I don't anymore. I could probably remember. I wish I did remember. It'd be a very useful skill to know, and probably a very relaxing hobby to have, and Lord knows I need some more relaxing hobbies. I am getting back into, like, friendship bracelet braiding these days. Because it's a relaxing hobby, and again, I gotta find something, or I'm just gonna implode.
Yeah.
Plus, it doesn't help that all my hobbies are on the screen. Like, that's not good for my health.
Yeah, true.
I think it's funny because in a lot of my videos, I tell people, get off the screen and go outside, and I'm like a YouTuber, so, like, that's hypocritical. Somebody says you're amazing.
Aww,
I would concur with that agreement.
That's so sweet.
I just got back and someone tell me what she's drawing. I am drawing my OC. Her name is Siren. She was designed by me by another friend. For me, not by me.
You should cosplay as your rogue in D&D.
That would be kind of fun. But we're doing a Star Wars theme. Have to be another day. I'm the only one in the party who plays like a gender different than my actual gender. And my character gets consistently misgendered. It's gotten to the point where me and the DM will just sit there and look at each other like, they just misgendered me again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're so mean. I was like getting arrested. And the guy was like, you're under arrest, and they said something. And I was like, excuse me, you misgendered me. And he was like hauling me to the dungeon. It was yeah. By the way, for something that I didn't do, I'm not getting arrested because I'm a bad person. I would like to point that out. I got framed.
Yeah.
Some people have different opinions on that, because I, like an idiot, called her at 9:40 at night, and I was like, I got arrested, and she was like, what? And then I had to be like, wait, I didn't mean for real. Yeah, I was in the doghouse for a while for that.
Yeah, still is, actually.
Do I have a favorite comedy movie? Monty Python. Not child friendly.
I hate that movie. It's so awkward.
Yes, but it's so funny.
Skittles or M&M's?
M&Ms.
Skittles.
Lately, I have been so into peanut M&Ms, and I used to hate them. Like, I've consumed
Those
a
are
truly
good.
ridiculous amount of peanut
Those are
M&Ms. Yeah, they're amazing. I like the crunch. I tried to convince somebody the other day that peanut M&Ms counted as, like, a source of protein because of the peanuts.
Yeah, right.
When I was a kid, I tried to do that, but then somebody pointed out that I, like, spit the peanuts out, which that is something that I used to do because why have peanuts?
Why would you eat the peanuts?
Because I didn't know how to properly eat peanut M&Ms. The proper way to eat peanut M&Ms is, of course, to chew them so that you don't, have to actually taste the peanut. Wow. What I was doing was sucking the chocolate off them, and then I would be left with a gross, nasty peanut. You know?
You are interesting. Somebody says Rush Hour is their favorite comedy movie. That is a very good comedy.
I've never seen that.
You need to watch it. It's so funny.
We'll have to put it on our list.
Yeah.
When will you reveal the 40K raffle? I did. It's on my community post. I should probably put it in a video. I just got really tired and burnt out around then, and I was like, I was going to make a video. I think I was sick at the time, and so I just put it in community post and then forgot about it. I should probably revisit it. People keep asking.
Somebody asked if I have a YouTube. No, I'm just the person who keeps the famous YouTuber alive by feeding
Yeah,
her.
she does keep me alive. She's
snacks, things like that.
Yeah, she's the woman behind the woman. She brings me fancy desserts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite color?
Blue. I'm also partial to purple. Do you like Tamarin? Yes, I do. I love Tamarin. Who's a good dog? Yes. Root beer or Coke? Neither. Dr. Pepper. Speak to me not of Coke. Nor Dr. Pepper.
Bad.
Coke is so gross. I don't know why anyone likes
My
it.
dad loves Coke.
Ugh.
Like, yeah, it tastes like Coke.
My favorite coworker loves Coke. And I don't understand. I mean, somebody's gotta like it, I guess.
I guess. I think it's one of us. Always often.
Mm-hmm. I know, right? And I don't understand how.
Dr. Pepper supremacy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, I actually have a really cute reason for why I like Dr. Pepper. Like most things that I like, it was my dad's favorite thing, and so it was all I ever got growing up, because I would just steal from him, and now I just like it the best. I don't know if I've ever had a Pepsi.
I think I've had one like once. And I always got it.
You don't
like,
see them a lot in this
Sonic
area.
or something. And it has that weird city water taste.
Isn't Pepsi just like Coke?
I mean, it tastes a little different.
Okay.
It's like Coke that's icy. I don't know. It's hard to describe.
I'm gonna use the bathroom real fast. I've muted my mic. So that nobody will know that I abandoned them.
You have to use run. Watch it.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, my legs are sore.
Dogs didn't freak out.
I know I'm gonna sweat to death when I dress up as this tomorrow for the parade.
Yeah, but you toughed it out last year. Ooh.
Oh,
It was nice knowing you.
at least there's no armor. That's the one thing.
I almost just lost my pen inside your couch. Guys, what would happen if Jay from Ninjago was in the Fire Dragon? He would get struck by lightning like a certain someone's mother. Cyprus, I can't use Krita on an iPad. You have any suggestions? I'm gonna have to punt that one to anyone else, frankly, because I've never used anything but a computer for drawing. Actually, people ask me all the time, like, what program should we use? Like, if it's not on the PC, I don't know. Sorry. I wish I could help you. Okay, I just gotta figure out what color to make the wings now. I might just leave them this color. Maybe I'll do like a gradient.
Do you have any ideas of what you're gonna do for the parade? Not Jedi.
When is it?
September?
That's 2 months away? I got time. It's the same mistake I made last year. 3 months. I got tons of time.
I know, we were down to like 20 days before when we started planning stuff. We were both working all the time. True.
Please give her a crown. She is not royalty. How long will this live stream be? It will last exactly until I don't feel like doing it anymore. Which, frankly, could be in 5 minutes or in 45 minutes. I don't know. Nobody knows.
You like the Dogville movies?
Never seen them.
I love them. We can watch them.
Okay. As my liege commands, so shall I obey.
When is your birthday? Cyprus was born when the third star fell from the galaxy and struck a
October
point
29th.
You have to be creative.
October 29th. Now many of you will say, but she has wing markings, she must be royalty. And to that, I say, I don't think royalty would be the only sea wings with lines on their wings. I'm actually about to make a video about that. Or no, I'm about to mention it in a what if.
Are you going to be transformers?
Oh, yes, I am. At least once. Maybe more. It's going to depend on how good it is. I heard they have Mirage in it, which I'm excited to see. They had Hound in some of the other movies. Yes. I'm not a fan. I think I've discovered what my issue with Transformers is. I don't like it when they have humans. Turns out I just... Oh my goodness. Don't get me started on Sam. Oh. I mean, Kate Yeager was awesome. Gotta love Kate Yeager because he's not incompetent and useless, and he knows when to shut up and get out of the screen so that I can see Optimus. But everybody else, not so much. I mean, I just not feeling it, you know? Why would I mean, if I wanted to watch a movie with humans, I would watch any number of other movies. What I came here for is the 40-foot-tall metal Transformer.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Besides, isn't Cade from Texas anyway?
Yeah, that's why he rocks. I'm totally biased.
Sure.
But also, Sam was really whiny and annoying.
Oh, I know.
And I mean, I get that character flaws are important and you gotta have character growth, but in a 2.5-hour movie, what you need is somebody who doesn't tick off your audience.
Yeah, I know.
I was eating peanut M&Ms the other day, and a friend of mine wanted some of the peanut M&Ms, and I was like, no, because that's what I say when people want my peanut M&Ms. but then she quoted Transformers, the scene where Sam's like a boy with the dream, and the dream is a car, and your bee, that dream, poof. She did that, but with the peanut M&M, she was like, I'm gonna tell you a story about a girl with the dream, and the dream was to have peanut M&Ms. Your refusal, that dream, poof. And I was like, because you did that, you can have the peanut M&Ms.
That's awesome.
Am I a cynic, a realist, or an optimist? I'm all three. It depends on what I wake up as. Everybody loves you, dear.
Our local theater has a showing for Rise of the Beast next Thursday in the luxury recliner 3D room.
I'm so excited to see it. It probably will not live up to my expectations.
I hope so. I mean,
yeah, but like one can hope, you know?
Yeah.
What's my favorite food? Barbecue.
Really?
I love barbecue right now.
That's your favorite?
At the moment, yes, it is. You have all the food in the whole world. Unfortunately, despite the fact that I live in Texas, the only cheap barbecue available in my town is gas station barbecue. But actually, it's not that bad.
You know, H&B sells barbecue.
Yeah, but I want it like ready to go.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that doesn't.
And they do homemade fries, the place that I'm thinking of too.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And they do homemade chips. You have to leave, but you love the stream. Well, thank you for coming. I really enjoy doing these things. Wouldn't enjoy it without all you guys here, obviously. I'm almost done. I'm coloring my line art soon.
What's your favorite type of horse? I don't even have to ask you. It's draft horses.
It's draft horses! I am in love with them. They are so majestic and powerful. And actually gorgeous. But I also have to say that I love quarter horses just because that's what my family rides. I have rodeo in my family. Bumblebee's always been your favorite aside from Blur, but Blur never shows up anymore. Bumblebee's cool. He's a fun little guy, and he's kind of a staple for Transformers. I feel like you've got, Megatron and Optimus, obviously. And then it's like Bumblebee, Ratchet and Starscream, but like Bumblebee is probably the third, staple. And he's very popular. With good reason, so.
He's a little.
Yeah, he's just a little guy.
What's your opinion on Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse?
I ain't seen it! And like I said earlier, if anybody spoils it for me, I'm quitting YouTube. So watch your mouth. I've been waiting for this movie for so long.
You like mac and cheese?
I love mac and cheese. You know what's good? Mac and cheese with barbecue.
Yes, definitely.
And if you haven't tried it, hear me out. It's amazing. Please try it, even if you're not from Texas or from a southern state. I don't know if they have barbecue in other places. I've never really been other places.
They do.
Okay, apparently they do. So, find some and try it. But not like the box mac and cheese. Get you some good mac and cheese. It doesn't have to be gourmet, but, get better than Kraft. It's so good. I would die if I only ate mac and cheese and barbecue, but honestly, if that's how I go, it's gonna be worth it. What's your favorite character, Cyprus bestie? In Wings of Fire, Keebly. Feel free to ask me about other things, though. I love talking about nerdy fandom stuff. And the cool thing about a live stream is that people keep going and then coming back, and new people keep coming, so I kind of get to repeat the same stuff over and over again, which I like to do.
There is a lot of mac and cheese in Kentucky, somebody said.
Oh, I've heard that. Honestly, a lot of the food in the southern states is just so good, but you would die if you tried to live on it.
Yeah.
But, again, if you're gonna go, that's a good way. Something's gonna kill you. It might as well be mac and cheese and barbecue.
Tacos or burritos?
Tacos. Give me them tacos. I'm actually a big fan of tostadas.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, we used to make those a lot because you can mass produce them.
Can you tell us Siren's personality and other stuff? And
She's like a sea witch.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't actually have a lot of story for her. A friend designed her for me, so I didn't put a lot of thought into it. It's not actually like my design. Just like her personality and stuff are kind of the only things I fleshed out. I mean, but look at her face.
You like the Fablehaven too?
I love Fablehaven. Oh, it's so good. Don't get me started on Brandon Mole. He's so good. I'm not. If you haven't read Book 5, The Dragon Watch, mute me for a minute because I'm gonna talk about it. You don't realize how far gone Seth was until you finish that book, and the fact that Brandon Mole could do that so sneakily with the main character blows my mind. And I have read Fablehaven a few times. Just a couple. And every time it just blows me away how good it is.
Have you read the Lunar Chronicles?
I had. In fact, I'm about to reread them. Not actually read, but listen. I've just bought the audiobooks and I'm about to re-listen to them. Very, very good.
Yeah.
One of my favorite story retellings of all time. Georgia has the best sweet tea. I've heard that. I will say Texas is like it's kind of a weird like mix of southern and western, you know, because we're kind of like right on the cusp. And so I think what ends up happening is that Texas kind of just does its own thing. And so we just kind of get a little bit of both worlds, you know? So we're definitely not as southern as they come, even though we are pretty southerly.
Southerly.
Geographically, we are very southerly. Doesn't get much more southern than some parts of Texas, I don't think. But as far as culturally, we're definitely a mix. Which is kind of cool, you know?
Yeah.
You get cowboy culture with southern hospitality. It's a good mix.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, cowboy culture. How many times have I moved houses? Only once did I. Well, twice? Depends on what you count as moving house. How's this look? What do y'all think? I'm quite happy with this so far. I think I'll do an addition layer. Get some sparkle.
If you had to eliminate one of your favorite foods, what would you?
Ice cream. Thank you, dear.
Maryland gets all 4 seasons in one day.
We can be like that sometimes. My granddad always used to say, and I'm sure people have heard this, but if you don't like the weather in Texas, give it 5 minutes.
Oh, I know. Yep.
Have you heard about Tears of the Kingdom, the new Zelda game? If so, what do you think about it? I have actually never played any Zelda games. I'm not really a big gamer. I've played Ford Racing 2 exclusively on whatever PlayStation, or yeah, that is. I'll play video games, like if I have friends doing it. I have gotten hooked on Boomerang too. I'll admit it, that game is fun and adorable.
You like waffles?
I love waffles. Somebody that I haven't talked to in like 2 months today texted me out of the blue and said, "Hey, waffles are just pancakes with abs." And I was like, I haven't talked to you in 2 months. And then she was like, that was just the observation that I felt was necessary to make, and then left again.
That's hilarious.
Yep.
I was watching the Hunger Games movie to prepare for the new one, and I forgot how really cringy
I know.
Krita are. And I'm like,
I know.
Oh, no. This is terrible. Do you have a P.O. box for fan mail?
Nope. Sorry. Probably never will. Are you letting them be naughty?
Yeah.
Just for fun. Blatant favoritism by mother. Well, that looks really good.
I do.
Oops. Where's my undo button? Oh, how did you develop your art style? By finding artists that I like and copying the things that I liked about them until I magically had my own art style. I'm not being sarcastic. That is actually how it happened. I think I should clarify.
Have you seen Lord of the Rings?
I have the extended editions. I am one of those people. Cyprus, will you answer this question? Didn't see the question. How can we send art? You can submit it on DeviantArt. That's the best way. You could also send me a if you comment a link to it. Sometimes I'll see it too, but DeviantArt's the best way. Alright. Actually, I'm still not sure I like the wings. I might change those again. I'm not sure I like the gradient. Yeah, I'm just not sure it fits with how I did the design.
Yeah.
Your Deathbringer Everybody Loves Me PNB was genius. Thank you. You know, I actually was never gonna post that originally. I was like, haha, this will be a fun little joke. And then it is my most popular video? What?
I just looked at it. It's like 600.
I know, like way more than anything else on my channel. I think that's hilarious. Don't like that either. I do like that. What other books do you read? Anything with dragons. Like I said, I'm rereading Land of Stories right now by Chris Colfer. Always a fan. Aragon series, How to Train Your Dragon series, Prisoner of Ice and Snow. A couple classics. Jane Eyre is on my list. It has been on my list for a while. Will probably be on my list for a while. I liked Pride and Prejudice a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that one was really good.
Who is your favorite Avenger?
Spider-Man now. Probably Iron Man if you're talking about like real Avengers.
Yeah.
He's pretty awesome. Okay, I think I'm done drawing, but we can still chat for a little bit longer before I close it out. Oh. Oops.
You have a perfection complex.
Yeah, for sure.
What's your favorite animal? Cows.
It's not cows. It's horses. Oh,
Yeah.
I think I just popped every bone in my spine. It is Hawkeye. My boyfriend just texted me. It's Hawkeye. He's right. I'm glad that someone's around to remind me of these things. He just didn't even remind me. It's either Hawkeye or Iron Man. But these days, I definitely leave Hawkeye waits. I just always forget that he's there. He's like the only sane guy there.
I know.
Like every time he leaves, stuff just hits the fan.
Yeah.
Then he's got to come back and pull them out of the fire. What are your thoughts on Arc 4 and if there will be one? I would not mind there being an Arc 4 because it just extends my job security longer. But the writing had better be better than Arc 3. Also, it's hard to work on something for 10 years, you know. I would want Tui to branch out if she felt like that was something she wanted to do. What's your favorite background character? Tamron. Sure. She's a sweetie. Before I go, how can I send fan art? Submitting it on DeviantArt is the best way. Otherwise, comment a link. What is your favorite season or arc of Transformers Prime? Good question. Season 2 is very good. Honestly, all of it's so good. See, and Smokescreen only comes like late in Season 2, unfortunately. And he's so great. Season 3 is too short because it would have been really good, but it was too short. So probably Season 2 because Smokescreen is there. Is it okay if I post a clip of this stream on my channel? Please don't. I don't like reposts. I'm probably gonna hide it after this. How do you add so much detail without making them get cluttered? The trick is to use thinner line art. And to be careful about what detail you add. Because, like, if you look at this, here I'll hide some layers for you. Like, my line art is actually very simple. Like, see, there's not a lot there. And then I add a lot of my detail with my coloring and stuff. This is actually pretty complicated line art for me. Frankly, this is about as much line detail as I ever add. I tend to add most of my detail with coloring. But really, thinner line art would be your best bet. Have I read Dragon Watch? Indeed I have. Dragon Watch is the only series I've been following the last couple of years. What do you do first when making an OC? If I'm writing, I think about if I'm writing, it's all over the place. If I'm doing art, I start with a color palette. I'm actually, I just finished a video today talking about character design. I'm going to go up into the weeds. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank y'all for coming tonight. I had a lovely time.
Yeah, it was fun. I decided what you were going to draw.
Yeah, it did take me a while to figure out what I was going to draw. But I had a good time overall. So thank y'all for coming. I will do more of these in the future. Not sure when. It could be another 6 months. You never know. But I will be doing more of these eventually. So thank y'all for coming and hanging out. It was a good time, and y'all have a good evening. Good rest of your night. Okay. And my back is killing me.